What is good, y'all? What is good? Let me get everything situated here for the live video today. Wanted to go a little bit early. I wanted to go a little bit early for everybody. Let me get everything situated here for the live video today. Wanted to go a little bit. Let me get my audio situated for everything. Let me get my audio situated for everybody just tapping in. What is going on? Everybody watching on the gram, hit that link in my bio and come join me on YouTube. Smoking on some honey buns right now. Smoking on some honey bun right now. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, cool, cool. We Gucci then. We Gucci. We Gucci then. We Gucci on sound. All right. Wanted to make sure everything was good to go as far as sound goes. So now we can get started on this live video. As soon as I get this cush up in my lungs. As soon as I get this cush right. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. We got an epic live video today. If you're watching on the gram, make sure you hit the link in my bio and come join me. Got some shit to talk about today, you guys. We got some shit to talk about today. We got some epic shit to talk about today, you guys. Let me get this everything situated. Let me get everything situated here on this video. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Good thing Gillie has a successful podcast. Yeah, Gillie has a majorly successful podcast right now. What's good with your main flow? I know you're just playing, bro. I know you just want to get a rise out of me. You know what I'm saying? People like to see me go ape shit on here. Peasy said Gillie wrote for Wheezy. Stop playing. Stop capping. Stop capping on Gillie. Stop capping on Gillie. And it looks like Fetty Luciano, you know what I'm saying? The little brother of Rowdy Rebel is going through it right now, you guys. We got some exclusive reports going up. Everybody hit that link. Hit that link in my, or everybody hit that like button, excuse me. Hit that like button. Hope y'all are ready for an epic video today. Hope y'all are ready for an epic video today. We got some crazy news. Gillie went absolutely crazy. He went absolutely crazy on Rick Ross. We're talking about it today. We're talking about that shit today. But let's not think about BDG. Let's not think about the record deals that Gillie Da Kid had when we come to comparing Rick Ross and Gillie Da Kid. We cannot think about that. We have to think about the levels of fame that each of them acquired. You know what I mean? We got to think about, because at a certain point, Gillie was more popping than Rick Ross. Before Rick Ross signed with Jay-Z, when Rick Ross was appearing in music videos with Trina, rapping in throwback jerseys, when he's rapping in his Mitchell and Ness jerseys, Gillie was more popping than Rick Ross at that point in time, you guys. Gillie was more popping than Rick Ross at that point in time. So we got some shit to talk about, man. We got some shit to talk about today. Let's get to it in just a second. We're going to get to it in just a second. Everybody hit that like button. Share this video. Share this video, y'all. Show some support for the channel. We got some shit to talk about tonight. Yo. Peasy, yeah. I'm going to be reviewing Lloyd Banks' new album. You guys. The Course of the Inevitable. I will be reviewing that album probably tomorrow. No. I'm going to be reviewing that album. Yeah, tomorrow night. I might review it tomorrow night. I might save it for Sunday or Monday though. I might let myself, hang out with it for a few days. You know what I mean? I might let myself chill with it for a few days, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. I like that. This is what I'm smoking on tonight. For everybody wondering, this is what I'm smoking on today. My opinion, Lloyd Banks. But I've not really been that too much into Zero. I've out of the whole Texas scene, obviously I knew about Zero, but I wasn't really so much into Zero, to be 100% honest with you. I did know about some of his various affiliations. He would pop up. I know he was on the independent spectrum when it came to music. You know what I mean? I knew he was on that independent spectrum when it came to music. But in all honesty, you guys, I would have to go Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is a career. But I mean, honestly, I know Lloyd Banks is right here by me. You know what I mean? Lloyd Banks is up here in New York. I'm not from Texas. Probably 9 times out of we got anybody from Texas in here? I had to get them that silver pack, man. So I went and stocked up on a bunch of these, man. I've been smoking all these good Dutches, you know what I'm saying? I've been smoking up all these good Dutches, to be honest with you, ever since I had to go through that one horrible experience. I had to go through a horrible experience of actually freaking, smoking these random ass Dutches. Shit was crazy. Damn. Putting up a poll, y'all. Putting up an interesting poll. It's on the YouTube channel, though. I'm going to put up a poll for y'all in here in just a second. Well, I was doing a live stream. And I went down to the spot by my crib, and I was chilling there, parked up for a second, and then I went inside and all they had was the gray joints. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, shit, what time is it? I got to go in for a stream. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, what up, bro? Appreciate you for tapping in. Oh, shit, let me get a little water. I just wrapped up an exclusive interview. Shit was crazy. You guys. I just did a crazy interview. Y'all will see it in the next few weeks. Can't wait for y'all to see it. Need everybody to go ahead and share this video. Hit that like button. I'm going to be doing a review for the course of the inevitable. You guys, just so you know. Let me know in the chat. Put a star in the chat if you do want me to do a review for the course of the inevitable live. I'll be going over each track. You know how I do. Let me check out this statement I got here from Gillie, man. Y'all, this is crazy. Gillie's like, you better leave me alone. Mind your business, because you went on Instagram page calling me out my name for nothing. Well, you got to understand, Gil. Rick Ross feels like Lil Wayne's gatekeeper. Let me ask the chat. I'm going to ask everybody in here. I want to know what everybody thinks. I'm going to put up a poll. We're going to do our first poll of the day, you guys. Let's get to the first poll of the day. What do you guys think? Oh, please don't tell me I just butchered Rick Ross's name. Was Rick Ross wrong? Was Rick Ross wrong for dissing Gillie Da Kid over Lil Wayne? I want to know what y'all think. Let me know what you think in here. Yes or no? What do you guys think? What does everybody think in here? What does everybody think, man? Was Rick Ross wrong? Was Rick Ross wrong for dissing Gillie Da Kid over Lil Wayne? Should he have stayed out of it? Gillie's like, I'm only going to tell you this one time, Ross. You better leave me alone. Mind your business. Because you went on Instagram page calling me out my name for nothing. For nothing at all. This is how this shit started. So I'm going to tell you again. Leave me alone. I seen your funky ass video. I spend more money on my cow's hooves. Huffs, Gil. His cows. His cow huffs. Not his cow's hooves. He meant his cow. He named his cow. His cow has a name. Gil, Ross named his cow Huffs. But Gil said, I spend more on my cow's hooves than you spend on your wife. You probably right, because I ain't bought her. I caught her. She with me because of who I'm blessed to be, not because what I bless her with, a fee. You hear what Gillie's saying right there? Gillie is coming at that in a way that I don't think nobody expected. Gillie the Kid has responded to Rick Ross in a way that I don't think anybody expected. Rick Ross came on the internet saying all types of ignorant shit about, yo, I spend more on my cow. I spend more on my cow than you do your family. You're going to bring family into this? I'm sorry, but Gillie the Kid has bust down his kids. Gillie, cheese, Mac, 37 Mac, cheese. These dudes is running around with jewelry. You're talking about you spend more on your cow? Like, come on, miss me with the blasphemy. Miss me with the blasphemy. But Gillie's like, he's talking about, I spend more money on my cow's hooves than you spend on your family. You probably right, is what Gillie said. You're probably right, because I ain't bought her. I caught her. I ain't bought her. I caught her. There's a big difference. There's a big difference when you're paying for all the luxuries of life. Once you get rich, once you get lit, you know what I mean? Just like we see on social media, anybody, when they get there, when they get the money, you can do whatever. You can spend it on whatever your heart desires. You can spend your bread on. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you? But that doesn't change the fact that you're a goofy. You know what I'm saying? If you're a goofy, the money ain't going to change the fact that you're a goofy. You know, the money spends. You know what I mean? The money gets spent. Doesn't matter who's spending it. So Ross, Gillie's like, but you ain't. Gillie's like, guys, Gillie went in on Ross here. He's like, I'm only going to tell you this one time, Ross. You better stop. Leave me alone. That's because Gillie's saying this, you guys, because the other day Ross made a whole video about Gillie. He had mimosas, and it was Gillie the Kid roasting session. You know, it was mimosas and Gillie the Kid roasting sessions. That's what it was. Ross was walking outside in his red robe, talking about, it's a good day to boss up. We fitting to boss up. Ross was taking shots at Gillie. He's taking shots because he obviously saw $1 million worth of game. He's taking shots because he obviously saw $1 million worth of game, you guys. He saw Gillie the Kid, quote unquote, bake him. He saw Gillie the Kid, quote unquote, bake him. Yeah, that's crazy news right there. We've got breaking news, you guys. We've got breaking news. We've got breaking news on NBA Youngboy, you all. Breaking news on NBA Youngboy. Crazy news on NBA Youngboy, you guys. NBA Youngboy just beat the Fed case. TMZ is reporting it. NBA Youngboy found not guilty. Whoa, shit's crazy. Everybody, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm going over the Gillie the Kid situation right now. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. Vote in the poll. If you haven't voted in the poll, I'm asking everybody in here, was Rick Ross wrong? Was Rick Ross wrong, you guys, for dissing Gillie over Lil Wayne? Excuse me. Just posting a poll. You guys. Excuse me. We're about to get right back to it. You guys. Just make sure that's all right. Perfect. We're going to the right place here. We Gucci. Yo, this isn't guys, when we're comparing Rick Ross and Gillie, we're not comparing the music careers. But let's be honest, for everybody just tapping in here, let's be honest. You want me to be real? At one point in time, Gillie the Kid was more popular. Gillie the Kid was more popular, you guys, at one point in his career than Rick Ross. So let's be real. When it came to the music, Gillie was popping before Rick Ross. And let's be 100% honest right now. You guys. Gillie is hotter than Rick Ross right now. When it comes to the social media, Gillie has more of a presence. Right now. All right, you want me to bring up the facts? Somebody tell me the record that Rick Ross featured on with Trina. And if you tell me that record was better for Rick Ross than Get Down on the Ground was for Gillie the Kid, if you tell me that the record Rick Ross did with Trina, and shout out to my girl Trina, you're beautiful, Trina. You do your thing. You put on Rick Ross. That was a great thing you did. You know what I mean? To give Rick Ross an opportunity so he could wear that jersey in the video and all that. No, we're not doing Get Down on the Ground versus Every Day I'm Hustling. That's not what we're doing because that's not accurate. Get Down on the Ground was a independent record, you guys. So let's really compare it. So when Rick Ross was jumping on the record with Trina, was that really better than Gillie the Kid? Yeah, that's us. Major figures attracting the attention. Who attracted the attention of Jay-Z first? Who attracted the attention of Jay-Z first, you guys? Was it Rick Ross? I'm going to do my whack 100 right now on you guys. Who attracted the attention of Jay-Z first? Was it whack 100? Excuse me. Who was it? Who attracted Jay-Z first? Was it Gillie the Kid or was it Rick Ross? The simple answer to that question, you guys, is Gillie the Kid. The simple answer is Gillie the Kid. Rick Ross got signed with Jay-Z years later. 45 years later. Gillie already attracted the attention of Rick Ross 5 years before Rick Ross. So miss me with that shit. I understand all the 90s babies and shit like that, all the kids who were born in 98, they want to thoroughly believe that Rick Ross was more popular than Gillie the Kid. That's not accurate. You guys. Gillie was more poppin' than Rick Ross for quite a while. Jay-Z picked up Rick Ross, dropped his first album, Port of Miami, and he was off. And then Gillie never got a major record deal that he went on to produce an album with. Gillie signed with Cash Money. After that, Gillie took a meeting. With 50 Cent and Jimmy Iovine. He took more meetings with Jay-Z. Yo, Jay, Jay, let me throw up the rock, baby. Mikey T throwing up the rock, baby. We doing it. Hassan Campbell, you better not take this image and put it up on your YouTube. I'll give you the chance to screenshot it, though, Hassan, if you want to, bro. Throwing up the rock, baby. Jay. Yo, Jay, we going to throw up the rock this summer, baby? Let's do it, man. Rock Nation, Mikey T. You already know what it is. No, Debo. We're not going to do that, Debo. We're not going to say that, Debo. We're not going to say the only reason people knew Gillie was because he dissed Wayne. Or we're not going to say that. But I will say that is one of the reasons that Gillie proved to be more relevant than Rick Ross. Rick Ross took Gillie the Kid's blueprint of going to someone's hood when he signed Bang'em Smurf. He took Gillie's blueprint. Gillie pulled up on Cassidy's block. Rick Ross pulled up to G Unit and said, "Who wants a contract?" Look at the parallels there, guys. I've been watching this shit my whole life. Let's be real. People want to talk about Gillie got hot when he first dissed Lil Wayne. If Gillie wasn't hot before he dissed Lil Wayne, nobody would have given a shit that he dissed Lil Wayne. He would have been a random person that would have made one video off of dissing Lil Wayne. Gillie the Kid was brought on BET Rap City to talk about writing for Lil Wayne. So let's not discredit it like he did one video or he did one hood vlog. They brought the man on television to talk about his relationship with Birdman, the relationship with Cash Money. So let's be 100% accurate with this. Let's be 100% accurate with this, you guys. I understand if you don't remember the time. I remember, hold on one second. Yo, you're wildin', Dave. You're wildin' because Gillie the Kid signed a deal for major figures. Gillie the Kid signed a deal with major figures. They went on to get a deal with Warner Brother Records. I believe it was Warner Brothers. Somebody correct me. Somebody correct me if it wasn't Warner. But the label, I've interviewed the members of the figures. I've interviewed a lot of the State Property members. The album was taken by the label. The label's like, yo, we love this mixtape. We love this Major Figures mixtape. We love Yeah, That's Us, and we want to make it the album. That's what happened to the Major Figures. So let's not act like we don't know the facts. Let's not act like Mikey T's just deriding. Let's state the facts. Rick Ross went on to get a label deal after establishing himself as a solo artist. Gillie the Kid was a part of a group. They blew up, got a deal, and then Gillie was plucked from the group as a solo artist, taken over to Texas, Tony Draper, that type of shit. Dutch and Spade ended up over in New York. Ab Lava ended up down working with Pusha T and all them. This is what happened. These are the facts. I'm not on here deriding. I'm putting the story together for people who don't know it. Rick Ross was writing. He was writing. He got an opportunity from Trina. They put him on the record. People started to hear about this monster down in Miami. This guy who was cooking up the hottest records in Circle House. But this was 5 years later, you guys. This was nearly 5 years later. Stating simple facts. Jay-Z went down there and got Ross. I'm not trying to prove anything besides stating the facts. Besides stating the facts, the comparison of the two. The fact of the matter is, Gillie was hotter before Ross. Ross took off. Somebody give me the year. What year did Port of Miami drop? I would bet 2005. Let's see. 2004 possibly, but I'm going to say 2005. Or to Miami. 2006. 2006. Let's see. Trilla. 2008. Deeper Than Rap. 2009. Then we get to The Trend. Then Rick Ross really starts to take off. Teflon Don, 2010. His biggest album, God Forgives I Don't, 2012. 2014, I guess they slowed up. They slowed it up. Facts, you already know, Ida. You already know. No, it was 2006. 2006. Yeah. 2006. It says a lot, though. I don't know if you guys can read between the lines of what I'm trying to say there. You know what I mean? Let's not just go on here like because people come in and we're talking about Gillie and Ross and they're going at it right now. And Gillie's calling him a fake kingpin or something like that. Let me get into this. I think that was the wording. Jesus. So he's like, hold on, let me see here. This ain't what you want. Oh my God. Oh, he called him a CEO, drug dealer, kingpin. Jesus, we're going to get into it, you guys, because Gillie went off on this one. Because Gillie's like, I'm only going to tell you this one time, Ross. I'm only going to tell you this one time. You better stop. Leave me alone. And I need everybody in here to share this video with one friend and hit that like button, y'all. Let's go. Share this video with one friend. Let's go. Don't sleep on Mikey T, the movie star. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, man. It doesn't make sense. Mind your business. Because you went on Instagram. Gillie's going to break down the whole situation now. Because you went on Instagram. You went on your Instagram page calling me out, my name, for nothing at all. This is how this shit started. So I'm going to tell you again. Leave me alone. I seen your funky ass video. I seen your funky ass video. I spend more money on my cow's hooves than you spend on your wife. You're probably right because I ain't bought her. I caught her. She's with me because of who I'm blessed to be, not because I bless her with a fee. Gillie hit back on Ross with that epically. But one thing, Gillie, he wasn't saying his cow's hooves. He was saying his cow huffs. Ross named his cow Huffs, I want to say. He was not talking about the cow's hooves. You know what I'm saying? He's not talking about taking care of the cow's hooves, although I'm sure Rozay keeps that cow's hooves diamond encrusted. But no, he was talking about the fact that the cow has a name. Huffs. So Gillie's like, but you ain't what you said. But ain't that what you said? I put Molly all in her drink and she ain't even know it. God damn, Ricky. That's the whole controversy that got Rick Ross dropped from Reebok, right? Don't, what's the saying, you guys? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. If you got a glass jaw, you should watch your mouth before going on Instagram comments and taking up for beef. You know what I mean? Like, this is what anybody would say. They would say, Mikey T, before you go on somebody's Instagram page, speaking on somebody else's beef, you better check yourself before you do that. You better pull back a little bit. And Ross has done this a number of times, taken up for Lil Wayne. We already had Mac Main take up for Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? Mac Main already took up for Lil Wayne. You know, we don't need the cosign from Rick Ross in there talking about, oh, Gillie, you're a fraud. You're a fraud because you said Lil Wayne ran from you. Fact of the matter is, Lil Wayne didn't really want to talk to Gillie at that point, or he was too bothered with another or taken in with another conversation. You know, I call it like I see it, man. You know, Gillie and Wallow, they're new to this shit. I think rather than coming out here and putting it out there that Lil Wayne ran away from the conversation, I think they should have waited, addressed Lil Wayne a second time, and they more than likely would have been able to get him on the podcast. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not coming on here and, totally just, I'm not doing anything besides keeping it real on here, you guys. I'm going to call it like I see it. If they would have cooled out and waited for that opportunity, I think they would have ultimately got, you know what I'm saying? I think they would have ultimately got the opportunity to interview Lil Wayne on their podcast. I think that's the reality of it. But because of the fact that all this controversy is coming out now, we saw Mac Main step up and actually post it on his page. Whereas Rick Ross, I'll give it to Ross. When he came in and he stepped up during the Birdman and Lil Wayne issue, nobody else was stepping up. Mac Main wasn't stepping up because A-Rab wasn't stepping up. The guys understood what it was. It's a family issue. You know what I mean? Something you really shouldn't get involved with. Yeah. Fact is, Dave says, fact is, all I'm saying is don't play with Wayne. He ain't did shit to him. Yeah, Dave, I'll agree. Wayne didn't do shit to Gillie at this point in time besides, hold off on doing the interview. Sometimes as an interviewer, I can speak on this. Sometimes when you meet somebody, Busta Rhymes famously told me, he's like, yo, when you just meet somebody for the first time, don't expect to interview them, Busta told me. He was like, build a relationship before you expect to ask something from somebody, So you really got to take that. You know what I mean? I think Gillie and Wallow would have been able to get that interview in the future. Now, it's definitely not going to happen. You know what I mean? At this point, it's definitely not going to happen. But Rick Ross might have been a little salty over not getting an interview himself, which is crazy to me because let's be real. Back in the day, when everybody talks about Rick Ross is bigger than Gillie, back in the day, Rick Ross wouldn't pay Gillie no mind. Back in the day, Rick Ross would have treated Gillie like he didn't exist. Let's keep it real here, you guys. When Gillie was doing the KOPs, the King of Phillies, when Gillie was building his name, you know what I'm saying? When Gillie was supporting his E1 project, get down on the, you know what I'm saying? When Gillie was supporting his independent projects, where were the big dogs then? You know what I mean? Where were the big dogs then? Gillie has a really funny story about Jeremiah that you guys need to go check out. Jeremiah would never pull that bullshit ever again with Gillie Da Kid with the position he's in right now. It shows you how much the industry switches up. Gillie and Ross took a picture a number of years ago. Ross, I don't think, reposted the picture at that point. Now, Ross would have jumped out reposting that picture. Why? Because of who Gillie is. You know what I mean? Because of who Gillie is. The fact that Gillie can put something on his page and it generates 90,000 views. That's why he cares now. Gillie Da Kid's been working at that shit for the past 12 years. Just when it was more like, 2012. Gillie's been doing all that Instagram shit. Really crazy. Probably even a little bit before that. And we had some amazing interviews before that. The character that Gillie has, it is uncomparable. So when Rick Ross comes on the internet and says, hey guys, I want y'all to help me choose my podcast name. And Gillie comes back, yo, I got your podcast name at Ricky Rozay, at Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse Show. I've got your podcast name, Rick Ross. It's Lock It Up Podcast. Gillie was so quick to roast him. But what we're getting in today, you guys, it's a lot more. Because Gillie actually brought up Lil Wayne. I mean, he brought up Meek Mill. He brought up Birdman. He brought up all types of shit, man. Share this video. Let's go. Mikey T is going off this afternoon. We got 200 people in here. I see it. We got 200 people in here. I need everyone in here to share this video with at least one friend. So Gillie's like, but you ain't said what you said. I put Molly all in her drink, and she ain't even know it. God damn, Ricky Rozay. Stop talking about your money. because money don't unlame a lame. It's a lot of suckers out here with money, and you on the list. There's a lot of suckers out here with money, like I was talking about a little bit early. There's a lot of suckers out here with money, you guys. And listen, matter of fact, you the captain of the suckers. You the captain of the Suckers with Money Association America. And we ain't impressed, so mind your business. We ain't impressed, so mind your business. And somebody in the chat just wrote, you're right. Rick Ross is a little bit salty because he should just mind his business about this matter. Hey, Ross, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Ross, were you ever signed to Cash Money? Did you ever do a record deal with Cash Money? No, you did not do a record deal with Cash Money, did you? You did do a project called H. H, that's the project name. That's what I thought back then, and I still think that to this day. Kind of crazy, but Birdman and Rick Ross locking in, obviously it's a cool thing. But now, Rick Ross does the complete flip-flop on Birdman. I didn't see where it came from. Oh, never mind. I know where it came from. Everybody knows Birdman isn't the rapper. Everybody knows Lil Wayne is the rapper. The big timers weren't the big show. Like Father, Like Son had no sequel. It was all about Lil Wayne. So once you get in, you're just in. Another thing he said was about DJ Khaled. Yeah, Ross, Epic Records. Ross started out with Atlantic and Warner. Well, it was a Warner and then Atlantic for his MMG label, but he really got started with Def Jam. After Def Jam, he moved over to Epic. Yeah, he went over to Epic. Everybody in here, share this video one time, y'all, if you support the channel. He said, that's your problem. You always minding business. Well, yeah, I mean, Gillie, he's got Wingstop. He's got that other spot, you know what I mean, that serves the burgers that are horrible with the really great fries. Checkers. Love the Checkers fries. Anybody in the chat, do you guys like shit from Checkers? I mean, I like the fact that they got the easy nature of pulling up. You know what I mean? But never really was a big Checkers guy. Ross, though, Ross messing with some Checkers. All right, Rozay, you just took Checkers up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, the fries are still the same. But Gillie says you're always minding business. You was minding Birdman's business some years back when you was running around talking about give Khaled the money. Give Khaled the money you owe him. Well, you give Meek the money you owe him. You give Meek the money you owe him. You got him in a deal he signed when he was 19, and now he's 35. Is that the actual age? No, that can't be the age, man. That can't be the age. Let me do some simple math. All right, 12, that's 10 years ago. 2012 to 22, that's only 10 years ago, Gil. You cannot go from 19. You cannot go from 19 to 35 in 10 years. So Gil is missing 6 years of a time frame here. Because I can only give Gil from 2011. Hold on one second. Let me what year did Rick Ross sign Meek Mill? Gil, come on, bro, with the year. 2011. Yeah, I can only give it to 2011, you guys. Yeah, exactly, Roland. I can only give it to 2011, and that would be 13 years, right? So Gil's not wrong about the time frame. We are talking. We are no. What are we talking? 2011 to 2021. What is it? 11 years. 11 years that he's been with him. This guy Gillie's got us doing math. I remember one time I did a video with Gillie. He was talking about he was talking about getting time in jail, and he said the dude was 35, so he was going to get 30 years and come home when he was 75. Everybody commented on that video. They were like, "Yo, what the hell? He would be 65. He would be 65, Gil." Everybody kept commenting on that. It was just the funniest shit. I really appreciate when you guys comment the videos, man. Yeah, man, that's good facts, man. That's good facts. Ross puts a lot of people on. But yeah, so I think Gil is really taking on Meek Mill's time with T.I. in this as well. So let's see here. He said, talking about give Khaled the money you owe him. We all know about the Khaled deal with Rick Ross. You want me to talk about the Khaled deal with Rick Ross, you guys? Y'all want me to talk about when DJ Khaled thought it would be a good idea to sign over to Cash Money, baby? DJ Khaled thought it would be cool to go over there and join Busta. He thought it'd be cool to go over there and join Mystical. Thought it'd be cool to go over there and join Bow Wow and Limp Bizkit. You know what I mean? I think there was only like one artist, and he was that Kevin Rudolph guy that actually was able to put out an album. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was the Kevin Rudolph Lil Wayne track that produced an album back there. Like it was called like Fire or something like that. I get whatever the hell that record was called, man. Don't get me lying on, as they say. Don't get me lying, as the popular saying goes. But I'm not lying because it's the facts. And that's one of the only artists that put out an album with Birdman and Cash Money at that point in time. Unless you want to consider Drake, Nicki, Wayne, Tyga, unless you want to consider them. And that was Cash Money, Young Money. Dave, man, that's what I'm getting on to now. Man, that's what I'm getting on to now right here. But we're not getting on to Wale and Meek just yet. I'm talking about Khaled. Khaled ended up signing with Birdman. Khaled got an album out, actually. So let me take that back. My bad. But Khaled's album sold 9,000 copies first week. Let's see. You guys think I'm wrong? DJ Khaled. I changed a lot. First week album sales. 19,000. 19,000 copies. 19,000 copies. And you're releasing the album. Hell, man, that album was on Cash Money. Wow, his album before that did 27,000 units. Kiss the Ring, I think did good. No, 41,000. His big major album that sold 95,000 was actually the Major Key album. Major Key. This album this was his best sales right here. The Major Key album, 96,000 units first week. Jay-Z brought the man back. Oh, no, it was Epic, actually. Was he Rock Nation management at that point, you guys? Well, a lot of his albums, I mean, Kiss the Ring, 41,000. Suffering from Success went on to do 27,000. I Changed a Lot was, which I guess was Sony Red. But it said Red, you guys. Sony Red, I guess. Jesus. And so I guess I got to take that off of Cash Money's jacket, to be 100% honest with you, because Sony Red was a more independent version of Sony or some shit like that. Yeah, he was all over. That's when he had taken over the social media, Sep. They really knew they had to do something different. Okay, Debo says, Mikey T, we're playing a game of true True or false? True or false? Where's 10 Toes Down? I like when he does this shit. Mikey T, is it true or false? Meek Mill wouldn't be big without Ross. Wouldn't be big without Ross, and that I'm a Boss record. Oh, Meek. I thought for some reason in my mind I was saying Gillie. Mikey T, is it true that false that Meek wouldn't be big without Ross in the I'm a Boss record? He went to Philly on the radio and asked who's the hottest rapper out in Philly. And yeah, that record, they came back and they said Ross, Rozay Red, Rozay Red, Rozay Red. It was a foregone conclusion, you guys, at this point, that Meek Mill was going to blow up. I've done interviews with people. I think it was Black De Niro. I've done interviews with a couple people who have said Meek Mill was on his way regardless. Now, Meek Mill said a couple things in regard to his deal about the amount of money that was made off of him. I mean, I witnessed the record sales. You know what I mean? I witnessed the record sales. 200. He's done as much as 250,000 units in a short week in the new climate. This isn't the Lloyd Banks climate, you guys. This isn't the Lloyd Banks, the game. This isn't the old G Unit climate where people are moving 500,000 records in a short week. This is the new climate. And Meek Mill moved 250,000. I got a lot of respect for that. All you Smiley, all you really got to do is Google it, but also Wikipedia mostly has all of the record sales for all the albums. And they got like the commercial success. But a lot of the new albums, the sales won't be there. A lot of the new albums or just some albums. Yep, Sep. That's right, Mikey. They can't sell units like that no more without major radio. I'm smoking on some honey bun if anybody wanted to know. But let me get back to this news report here. NBA Youngboy, baby. Yo, we got to light up for Youngboy. I know he's not out of the fire yet, you guys. I know Youngboy's not out of it yet because he's actually got some more shit going on in his career. He's got a whole nother case from when he, you know what I mean? He got into a whole situation, but he's beaten the case right now, apparently, where he fled. And they said, I guess TMZ reported that they said, while we are disappointed with this verdict, we respect the jury's decision. And they believe the evidence presented in the case supported the charges. The evidence in the case supported the charges. All right, but you're going to back out of them. Man. NBA Youngboy, baby. Let's show some love to the Youngboy, man. They threw the lyrics out. Floyd Mayweather stepped up, came out with him, I believe. There's some pictures that surfaced. Floyd Mayweather, that shows you the unity of the family right there. I got to show some love to Youngboy, man. Only thing Youngboy needs to stop doing is trying to involve himself in all these other beefs. Because I really believe, and it's just my opinion as a blogger, as a hip-hop influencer, I believe the reason his album that followed Sincerely Contrell, the Colors album, even though it was more of a mixtape, I'll give you that. Even though it was more of a project, not as formally submitted as an album, I believe the sales dwindled because of the fact that he mentioned the beef. Just my opinion. Music sales are not triggered towards that old 50 Cent style of beefing no more that Def Jam tried to capitalize on back in the day when Ja Rule put together Blood in My Eye. It's not like that anymore, you guys. It is totally different. It's about the music now, man. It's about the music. And when you release some music that turns people off, that sours their taste for you, it's going to show you why NBA Youngboy on Sincerely Contrell did 136,000 units. And then on the Colors album did like 69, 79,000 units. Any way you want to look at it. So I'm glad Youngboy So I'm really glad Youngboy is getting his situations in order. Like I said, he has a whole nother case to go through. This was the LA case where he was in the Maybach. He was in the Maybach. They pulled him over. He says he saw an officer go for his piece, and he jumped out the car, started running. They done brought out the helicopters. They brought out the helicopters, you guys. They brought out the dogs. They were chasing this man down. NBA Youngboy was not aware that he had a warrant. Give the man a little bit of a break. Give him a little bit of a leniency. Not everybody is searching themselves up every day to find out if they have a warrant. NBA Youngboy, I want to say, was in LA at that point in time. He had the other case from Baton Rouge, right? He had the other case already, but he was in LA handling some business. And just because he was there, he caught a whole nother case. That is not right. And that's why I'm glad that shit was thrown out, you guys. But yeah, sorry to sidetrack with that. I'm just elated right now. You know what I mean? I'm freaking elated. I'm elated that we got a win here. We got a victory. We got a victory for hip hop right now. NBA Youngboy knocked one down. Strike. Strike. Let's get the second. Let's get this second one out the way, Youngboy, and then let's get you off of house arrest and let's get you back to promoting your career to the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Let's get it back to the way that it was supposed to be. Debo, the only thing about the case in Louisiana is that they're just assuming it belonged to him. They're just assuming it belonged to him. That's the case. Yep, big W. There's a big win right here, you guys. Even though, more than likely time would be served concurrently, the homie got out of jail. He just got out of jail on house arrest. You know what I mean? He's just starting to get his music career back together. Not really. I mean, it's a good time for him. He's getting his career together when it comes to all the numbers that we're seeing, all the YouTube analytics that we're hearing about. He's getting it. And another thing, he's getting his career together at a point in time where everything is going back to normal when we're talking about touring. A lot of people that got out of jail in the 2020s, they were not able to take advantage of it if they had a buzz. Look what happened with 6ix9ine. He was not able to take advantage of his buzz. Had a #1 record on Billboard, but he couldn't tour all over the world with it. Yeah, Eric, I only say that about NBA Youngboy dissing people because I think he turned off a lot of his fans by dissing King Von. You can do that. You know what I mean? Same way that Black Youngsta did it when he turned off a lot of his fans when he actually went on the internet and he showed a snippet of his video or he filmed a video in a graveyard. You know what I mean? You're going to turn off the general public, man. Like that's like when you see like actors. Let's use actors on Mikey T, the movie star, right? When you see actors in videos on YouTube or even if it's posted on like a television show and they're turning down giving autographs, like look what infamously happened from Mark McGrath, Sugar Ray, turning down an autograph and then the next thing you know his career's over. You know what I mean? Like if you get caught in these types of situations where you look like a jackass, you know what I mean? It's not going to be looking good for you. So now that we got that, congratulations to NBA Youngboy, man. I really salute him on coming home. You know what I mean? NBA Youngboy didn't want to turn his back on these guys, Quando, Lil Tim. You know what I mean? He didn't want to just turn his back on them. That's not what a real person would do. Obviously, if him and Lil Durk are going to have their differences, if all the guys, you know what I mean, rest in peace, King Von, if they're going to have their differences, they should just stay away from one another. I know prior to this, though, King Von and NBA Youngboy were supposed to be resolving all their issues. There were reports out there. There were reports out there, man. There were actually reports out there that King Von was feeling like moving on from all of the issues with NBA Youngboy. So we'll have to see what happens in the future, man. Never say never in this industry, man. Never say never in this industry, you guys. Look what happened, y'all. Look what happened with Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy. And that was probably the worst thing in the industry that we've ever seen. You know what I mean? We're talking 50 Cent and Ja Rule. I don't care. There is not another. Obviously, Pac and Big are no longer with us, so that's not up for a debate. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing bigger that could have happened in hip hop. Like, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But what happened with Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy, there ain't nothing that could top that shit. And those two went in the same room. You know what I mean? Those two went in the same room, and they put it to the side for who? They put it to the side for us, you guys. They put it to the side for us. That's why we got to honor them, speak about it. That's why we got to honor them and actually change our lives with it. Look what Jay Prince said. Look what Jay Prince said on $1 Million Worth of Game. He said they linked up Kanye and Drake so they could hopefully show people all over that you can step aside from a little bit of beef. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too much into this, so let's move on. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bella K as well. I was actually just interviewing one of the directors from the Slide music video. That's right. And you know Bella K, the lobby girl, came up in that interview. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Nah, yo, you're wrong. I am in a movie. You just missed it, bro. Go look it up. It's Slapface. It's actually on Shudder right now. It's on Shudder. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Slapface. I'm actually got a little brief cameo in it. So let's get back to it, man. Gillie Da Kid. Gillie Da Kid, right? And make sure y'all go shoot Bella the follow. Tell Bella Mikey T sent you. So listen, he said, the problem is you're always minding business. You was minding Birdman's business some years back when you was running around talking about give Khaled the money you owe him. Well, you give Meek the money you owe him. You got him in a deal. He signed when he was 19, and now he's 35. I thought you said a boss is one we guarantee. I thought you said a boss is the one who guarantee we gonna eat. Well, why you ain't renegotiating? Meek Mill put up a bunch of posts about how much money MMG made while he was rocking with the camp, saying that they made like 100 million or something like that, and he only made like 11. If Meek Mill is your Kanye West, because that's what Meek Mill was. Meek Mill was Rick Ross's Kanye West, you guys. He is the one that eclipsed you. Meek Mill was the one that eclipsed Rick Ross. Why would you not renegotiate with that man? Why would you not renegotiate with Meek Mill, your bread earner? Rick Ross had two major artists. He had Meek and he had Wale. Y'all can check out the Slapface movie trailer. It's on Shudder. And please stop asking what movies I'm in. Do you guys ask 50 Cent? Yo, 50, why is your name 50 Cent? You're worth 500 million. No, you don't. That's 50's name. My name is Mikey T, the movie star. It's the same concept as 50 Cent. Let me get this right. Y'all, shout out to Dirk as well. Shout out to Lil Dirk. When he was younger, he gave me an exclusive interview. Let me know it was 300.
They're gonna rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300.
Yo, George, how we rocking?
They're gonna rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300.
So when anybody be asking, yo, Mikey T, are you this? Mikey T, are you that? Mikey T, how far back do you really go? I go back further than Lil Durk's dreads. You know what I'm saying? I go back to a time when dudes didn't believe Lil Durk was going to make it. Lil Durk said in one of my interviews, he said, Lil Durk said, remember this interview when we're at the top. Right now, Lil Durk is at the top. Lil Durk is at the top right now, but let's get back into it, you guys, because Gillie went in, y'all. Gillie went in. I thought you said a boss is one who gonna guarantee we gonna eat. Well, why you ain't renegotiating? He would be broke and disgusted messing with you. He's a hell of a businessman. Salute to you, Meek, but stop talking about money. Stop pushing that Bel Air. Oh my God. Stop pushing that Bel Air. Stop pushing that Bel Air and that on them because they don't drink that shit no more. They don't drink that shit no more. Debo says, do you think Ross took Birdman's swag? Well, we all know that Rick Ross is just plain and simple. He's a better artist than Birdman. You know what I mean? So it's not about taking his swag and that essence. You know what I mean? Like you got to look at the facts of the matter, man. Like 50 Cent, Birdman, Diddy, Jay-Z, these guys are all businessmen. Ross has followed in the footsteps of them, trying to elevate to that level. He's got cosigns, you know what I mean, from Jay, from Dre, you know what I mean? He's got the most major cosigns from Birdman, Lil Wayne, Drizzy. Yeah, I would never stop. I mean, shit, you know what I mean? I would still do a Bel Air endorsement, you know what I mean? I would definitely do a Bel Air endorsement. Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be stunted from working with Bel Air at this point. Gillie made a joke, and we're going to get a little bit more into that joke as well. It just so happens I could be comical with the situation as well. You know what I mean? I would make a whole comedy skit for Bel Air, but that comes with them actually acknowledging, you know what I mean, that they would actually want to mess with me. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these other guys, they call them Bel Air boys. They call them Bel Air boys. You know what I mean? They call us Bel Air boys. Mikey T, the official Bel Air boy. Oh man, please don't ever, please. Whoa, we gotta upgrade that name. That sounded a little sus. Please don't call me a Bel Air boy, man. Or would they be Bel Air girls? No, because it was the Bel Air DJs. Dude, it's just like Sean John. They hire people to pose with the brands. They hire people to market the brands. They're spokesperson. You know what I mean? They're spokespeople. If Bel Air was like, yo, Mikey T, we're going to send you 30 bottles a month, and you can do 30 live videos endorsing our brand. Okay? And you're going to send a check with that too, right? Then we're on and popping. Every night we're sipping Bel Air. You better make it 60 bottles because I think we're popping 2 bottles a show. You always got to pop at least 2 bottles a show to really show the people what is up. We'll pop a gold bottle. We'll pop a blue bottle. We'll pop a red bottle. You know what I'm saying? We'll do all that type of shit. I think I think, man, if Bel Air even hit Gillie up and said, yo, we want to be the second official sponsor, and we want you to please just don't ever diss Bel Air again. I think Gillie would probably do it as well, man. It's called business. You know what I mean? Like Ross is talking about the rap snacks. Rozay's talking about the rap snacks that come out of Philadelphia, apparently. It's all business. How about them good people? You know what I mean? How about them good people over in France? Hit up Gillie. Parlez-vous français? You know what I mean? How about they hit up Gil? How about they hit up Gil and say, we won $1 million worth of game. We won $1 million worth of champagne. Yeah, Sep. Yeah, they ship it to artists and other influential figures. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think it would add to the show. TJ, Bel Air, milk, and burgers. What do you mean by that, bro? Bel Air, milk, and burgers. All right, so let's wrap it up here with this next part. So he said, stop pushing that Bel Air. Stop pushing that Bel Air on them because they don't drink that shit no more. Gillie's like, I got the Ice Electric blue bottle. I got that Ice Electric. That Ice Electric blue bottle, baby. You know it's blue. It's Ice Electric. It's electric ice. It's blue, baby. Gil, what are you doing to me, man? You know I film with this blue bottle, man. Now you got me out here with the Ice Electric blue bottle, and it's spelled BLEU. Can we class it up a little, Gil? Let's just class it up a little, man. But stop talking about money and stop pushing that Bel Air. He said, I got the Ice Electric blue bottle and I got the lime green bottle that float in the air like Aladdin's carpet. What? Gil, I don't think there's a lime green bottle that floats in the air like Aladdin's carpet. I mean, I don't even think there's a lime green Bel Air bottle, to be 100% honest with you, man. Like, that doesn't sound actually correct to me, to be real with you. He said, we don't care. We don't want it. We don't drink that shit, man. And slow up on them lemon peppers. Leave me the F alone. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, this ain't what you want. Like Lil Durk's first single, you better leave me alone. And one thing about me, I'm not no hater. I salute you. Your crib is immaculate. I'm talking, your crib is one of the most unbelievable. But the whole ATL knows you live dead smack in the middle of the hood off Old National. You ain't got a good night's sleep since you moved in there. You ain't got a good night's sleep since you moved in there. Jesus. What is wrong with you? Leave me alone. What is wrong with you? Leave me alone. He had some other really funny ass shit to say. Gillie just be on it, huh, you guys? Okay, there we go. There we go. Ross left rap. Ross left rap for the food industry. I just bought a cow. I just bought a cow. I just bought a cow. That's what Whack 100 would say. He'd be like, yo, man, this whole situation with Rick Ross and Gillie Da Kid, I would definitely have to make a song. I would definitely have to make a song that said, I just bought a cow. Okay. There we go. There we go. On the show. So Gillie told him, this ain't what you want, y'all. Gillie's like, this ain't what you want. Let me see here. He's like, I'm telling you, this ain't what you want. Like Little Durk's first single. You better leave me alone. And one thing about me, I'm not no hater. I salute you. Your crib is immaculate. I'm talking, your crib is one of the ones. Unbelievable. But the whole ATL knows. But the whole ATL knows you live in the hood, right off Old National. You ain't had a good night's sleep since you moved up there. And I give that. Okay. And oh man, I'm going to leave out what he said about the cow. What is wrong with you? Leave me alone. I'm not the one you want to play with, Ross. You hear me? You CEO, drug dealer, kingpin. But we was on the same record label together. Teflon. Remember? Remember that when you used to go to work? You used to lock it in. Lock it in. You remember that, Yayo? Lock it in. Or, excuse me, Wallow. Shout out to Tony Yayo. It's my guy right there. Yayo, send in some of that. I want some of that Yayo weed. Let's go. But we was on the same record label together, Teflon. Teflon. Wow. You think we forgot about the album? The album you did with Suave House? The album with Suave House? Yeah, you think nobody forgot about? We remember these parts of Ross's career. Why would these two be going at it? Why would you call a man a fraud who you were on the same label with back in the day? Sometimes, man, the industry changes people. You know what I'm saying? He was so quick. He was so quick to, you know what I mean? To actually jump to Lil Wayne's aid that he didn't even care that he used to be on the same label as Gillie. He didn't even care that he had a whole album, H, with Birdman. There was supposed to be a sequel to that album as well. I don't know if you guys remember. But yeah, there was. There was supposed to be a second album there. It's pretty ridiculous how easily someone can turn their back on someone. But, like, I just want to make sure that I come out here. I'm trying to, speak about the facts of the history, the fact that these two guys were on the same record label, rocking with the same CEO type thing at one point. I want to point out the parts of the history where Ross, Gillie got their same look to the general public. You know what I mean? These are things people forget. That's why I want to come on these videos and talk about them. I lived through them. A lot of people just come on here, and some people are reviewing old television shows. So I'm going to come on here and I'm going to review the shit that we literally witnessed. Iceberg asked me, are you just hating because you don't have a cow? Keep it real. I'm going to keep it real right now. Some things I'm not going to come on here, and I'm not going to come on to this channel and disrespect a cow. I'm just messing around. Brian says, I'm going to check out Ross's podcast. Well, I hope you're enjoying the Mikey T, the movie star podcast, the live podcast, until we get the situated on the real. But he said, I'm going to check out Ross's podcast, but $1 million worth of game is the best. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Who wouldn't check out Rick Ross's podcast if he actually creates one? You know what I mean? But Ross is a busy guy. There's a reason that Ross didn't have a podcast back in the day. Like Nori has a podcast. You know what I mean? Because Ross was moving around, touring like crazy. touring like crazy. You know what I mean? I'm talking all different countries, man. So Gillie's like, remember when you used to go to work? He said, we was on the same record label together, Teflon. That was Rick Ross's old rap name. Remember that? When you used to go to work, you used to lock it in. You came home, you changed your uniform, you used to lock it in. You come home, change your uniform, and you go to the studio and you become a drug dealer, kingpin rapper. Leave me alone. This ain't what you want. Wow. That is some of the most vicious bars from Gillie right there. No pun intended, you guys. Some of the most vicious bars from Gillie the Kid, y'all. Gillie the Kid hit him where it hurts. You know what I mean? In all aspects. He brought out past controversy. He brought up the Meek Mill situation that's flailing, going all over the internet right now. And he brought up the CO situation. So in reality, he brought up 3 different situations. You don't want to get Gillie going. One time I asked Gillie why he was the king of Philly. One time I actually asked Gillie why he was the king of Philly. He listed 11 reasons. If you guys want to see that video, just type it in. I think it's Gillie the Kid tells Mikey T why he's the king of Philly. Or it might even be Gillie the Kid gives Mikey T 11 reasons why he's the king of Philly. Ooh. Hold on. Are you thinking there? I'm going to bring some open questions. I always do open questions at the end of my podcasts. If anybody has any open questions right now, this would be a good chance for you guys to send them in. Anybody has any questions they want to ask, this is a good chance for you guys to send them in now. Y'all can ask whatever you want. Y'all can ask whatever you want right now, y'all. If anybody has any open question, let me light up. How do you feel about the Griselda versus Funk Flex beef? Is it corny? You know, it's crazy to me. You know, Funk Flex goes on his Instagram page. And he literally lists every single song that Conway has. Like songs like he's like, yo, you got to feature with French, you got to feature with Travis Scott, you got to feature with Eminem, you got to feature with, you know, this guy, that guy, this guy. And it's like, yo, Flex, okay. So you know that he has features with these people, some of which I didn't even know. So if I don't know it, I imagine the general public doesn't know it. Flex, you know he has all these records. It's on you to play the records. It's on you to break the artist. What up, Shadyville? What's poppin'? Would you appreciate Shadyville on the tap in? Flea Lord. Okay, that would be dope, man. That would be dope to get Flea Lord on the channel for sure. Dropping those flex bombs, man. Dropping those flex bombs. You already know what it is. Everybody, y'all can send in. If anybody has any questions right now, they can send them in. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in for the live stream tonight. Make sure y'all check out what I'm dropping later on tonight, though. Got another clip for y'all tonight. Stir. What up, bro? Stray, bro? Is that what it is? Gillie cooked his ass like a 6-piece lemon pepper. Hilarious. Debo says that's why Power 105 surpassed Hot 97. Another thing I brought up was how Funk Flex and Angie Martinez were being positioned. It was quite weird. It was quite weird how those two were positioned like they were going to become like they were going to become major celebrities or something with the label. Oh shit. I just messed up my light. More worried about messing up the cord, to be honest with you, from my computer. It's freaking computer cords cost like $100. Actually, maybe not. Maybe you could just replace the actual cord without having to replace the box. Never thought about that. Colossal the Don, what up, bro? Appreciate you for tapping in. Debo, you're gonna have to send in a super chat for that one, bro. Shadyville, Sherman Street, what up? What up? What up? 40, what up? 40 boom. What's popping with you, G's? Mikey T, you like Knowledge the Pirate. I never heard of him. I never heard him. Yeah, Gillie's rocking with New Amsterdam vodka. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I want everybody on here to follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on the gram, follow me right now. If you're watching this video on demand, you can follow me. It's right in the description. But I want everybody in here right now to just hit that link and follow me on Instagram right now. I definitely appreciate everybody that follows me on social media so you guys can stay in tune with what I've got going on. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in today for this live video. I wanted to make sure y'all got a live video today. I will be back tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. I'll be back regular time, 10:30 p.m. If anybody's watching this, if you guys want me to do a review tomorrow night of The Course of the Inevitable 2, drop a comment in the actual video. Say, Mikey T, I want you to review The Course of the Inevitable 2, and I will review it Saturday night. Let me know if that's something you want me to do, though. Follow me on the gram. Follow me on Instagram, y'all.
They're gonna rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300.
Follow me on the gram, y'all. You already know how we rocking, man. Hit that link and follow me on the gram right now. Don't front. Follow me on the gram. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Also, I got another video dropping tonight. Let's go. Another video dropping tonight.